We love hip hop.
I have another confirmation of a feature or a change on a song. So Drake recently started posting some stuff for the Iceman 4 rollout or for the live stream that he's going to be doing on Thursday. And he gave more hints of what's going to be on the album. If I go and pull up something right now, and let's go back to our pages over here. Let's go to Drake's page. If I go to Drake's page, he was giving like a recap basically of all the different Icemans, right? From one, and in all of the different ones, he would basically put songs in there. So for example, this one over here, What Did I Miss? He has all the different versions of What Did I Miss in there. And that's the song that came off of that. Okay. That was basically the one, right? Iceman 2. I feel like what's the third? Like doing some real breakdowns right now. All right, which one? Was Central C? That was the song that came off of that. And there was one more. I think that was it. Yeah, which one? Okay, and he has it right over here in the end. Now, I don't know if those songs specifically are going to be on the album, but I would imagine they're doing something with them songs. They're going to end up in their Lucy's right now. If they're on the album, and let me ask you guys a quick question before I give you guys my reveal, okay? Though I'm not trying to stretch out the story. If they are on the album, these two songs, which one and the other one, What Did I Miss? Would that piss you guys off? Would you be happy with which one and What Did I Miss being on the album? Okay, 1 in the chat, 2 in the chat if you're like, I don't know, man. I've already heard What Did I Miss so many times. Which one had mixed reactions? Not everybody was feeling that. So 1 in the chat if you're cool with those two songs being part of Iceman. 2 in the chat if you're like, nah, bro, cut those two songs out. Okay, I'm gonna check right now. Now the Fire Drill has a no in there. Juicy Hamburger says it doesn't matter to me. I'm seeing a couple of 2s. I see a 1.5 over there from Nice Glass. Big salute to Nice Glass. Franklin Fraser says we get what we get. Don't say that, fam. If you don't like those songs, then you don't want to have an Iceman album that you're skips on. You want it to be a nice, smooth play all the way through. And to be honest, sometimes certain songs, and I'm not trying to make you guys sway your opinion, but certain songs that you might not like in isolation, you like when you hear the album, when you hear it in succession of the album. I wasn't a big fan of I'm Upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. Now I love that song. But when I first heard it, even when I saw it with the music video with the Degrassi reunion and shit, I was like, eh. But when I heard it on the album, I was like, yo, this song's tight. He did his thing on this. So let's get back to this. Which one and What Did I Miss has already been previewed. And then we get to Iceman 3. He shows all the different scenes from Iceman 3. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. And then at the end, he has National Treasures. And, all right, Pressa's in the comments here with the smoking emojis. This is from a couple of days ago. Right, big salute to Mindbender, big salute to TV Gucci, big salute to Frankie Payne. Everybody in the comments over here, right? Everybody loves this song. The song was played, actually, at the end of Iceman 3, but just the instrumental. And when we heard the instrumental, it was like, holy shit, what am I going to hear on that? And then we finally got to hear what we heard on it, and we heard a body bag verse from Drake. Okay, so we knew, okay, Iceman is ready. But not only that, the second verse, we were like, a lie, a Pressa that. Holy, where's my air horns, man? I'm slow on my air horns today. For the Toronto mans, when we saw Pressa on there, we were like, holy, right? And that's when we just heard a part of it. We didn't even get to hear the whole thing. the first thing that we heard was the one with all of the kids in the car freaking talking over the shit. We were like, nigga, shut up. We trying to hear Pressa's verse. And then they dropped the full version where you could hear it clearly, mixed down, mastered. It was like, holy, Pressa got one. Boom. So, National Treasure. It looks like it might be on the album, in my opinion, from the way that they're pushing the song, the way he's still talking about it. The fact that he's posted this, and there's been another couple of posts. I'm not going to go do a whole deep dive into the R Drizzy Reddit, but he's made other hints that National Treasure is going to be on Iceman. I'm here to tell you, he's made some changes to the song. Couple changes. Couple changes. So the information that I received from behind the scenes, and I'm not going to reveal my sources, is that National Treasure is going to be on Iceman. It's been turned in. However, there's not going to be a Pressa verse on there anymore. From what I heard, there might be another feature on there, maybe not. But Drake has done a second verse in replacement of the Pressa verse. Yeah. So there's that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Comment gang strong. Would you rather, and then let's do this, let's do a poll. You know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do that. Just give me a second to load this. Would you rather? And I feel like I'm going to get DMs about this announcement right here. Okay, this is the second announcement. All right, We Love Hip Hop Network. At this point, listen, man, this is the second announcement this week in the space of days from Iceman. You're getting them first. Big salute to DJ Natural. I see you in the chat, my nigga. Okay, he gave the first announcement. I'm giving you guys the second announcement. Holy shit, nigga. All right, you heard it here first. Let's get back to this poll. Would you rather Pressa on? I'll put an NT for National Treasures. All right. You guys could just give me a yes or no. So that's what I have as far as intel from this whole Iceman album. It's not part of the rollout. This is behind the scenes information that I received. Okay. I will say that I feel that my source is very reputable. I feel that the source that my source spoke to is extremely reputable. So again, there's that. Right? Let me know what you guys think. Let me see what y'all say. All right, comment gang strong. Nice glass says, no way. Natural Wave says top 5 bully Pressa off the album. Lamau. I don't know about that. I don't think top 5 has that much control over what Drake can do right now. But yeah. Nice glass wants to know, does Pressa know? Why is he in the comment section? I feel like I don't want to give up any more information over here. I feel that maybe he should know. But from like what you guys are saying in the comments, right? He doesn't seem to be like, oh, you know, maybe he's just showing support at this point. Like, yo, I still got the version of with me on it. There's that. I can still run that one. You feel me? So maybe it's just a support comment. Right? HTTR. Did that stand for hater? Am I starting to learn how to speak internet? Hater 95. Is that in Hater 95? He says Pressa's voice don't go well with American audiences. Neither does Smiley. Interesting. Everything else morning says heartbreaking news. Not a fire deal says Pressa and Drake will beef off this. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. That they will. Right? Sometimes you got to do that, fam. It's not a diss. Right? I know how maybe some people might look at it and say, "Oh, it's because he thought Pressa's verse was shit." I don't think that's what it is. Okay? To be honest, if it's me, I just want to make the right decision so that nobody can say anything, have any critique, not even a little bit about my shit. Okay? I'm sorry, even if it means like, yo, you're my homie, bro. But fuck it, man. I got to take you off of this shit because I can't, like, your verse is fire, but I can't afford to even have just even somebody have a perceived miss. Over here in Toronto, we would love it. I've been supporting this move for a minute. Like, yo, he needs to put that song on the Iceman album. But when I said that, I didn't mean without Pressa. I mean with Pressa, my nigga. Like, I know you listen to the pod and shit, like, but nigga, when I said put National Treasures on the album, I meant the way it is. If you need the nigga to come back in and redo his verse over again, fine. But shit, nigga. Holy, let me make sure I check my DMs because these niggas be getting cheese when I be breaking news. Okay. All right, we good. Y'all good? Let me know what y'all think of that decision. Y'all good with that decision? Oh no, don't say that. Not a fire drill says Friday think though. Drake may be in the background gassing Pressa up like we'll drop a different song another time. Why is that gas? Maybe it's facts. Nigga, you can't make it on this album. We did that. We made one. We can make another one, fam. Like, in the end of the day, I'm blessing you. You feel me? But there has been a lot of controversy around that song. I gotta say, if I'm them mans, I just like, nigga, you gotta hold me down, fam. Like, I'm not gonna act like a handout type of nigga, but like, yo, you fuck with me. You put me on your first tour. You pretty much blew me up to the public. So thank you. But you did that move over there with the No Face video. It was supposed to be the video for National Treasures, and you ended up switching and doing the video for No Face. I almost went over to Jane and Finch Mall and shit to go do my part. You could have got a nigga freaking shot at and shit like that. Luckily, he didn't do that because when the video dropped, he was like, wait a minute, that's supposed to be the video for No Face. And it's a whole other song. So at that point, I'm sure there was like, you got me, bro? You got me? All right. Don't worry, man. Drake's like, yeah, my bad, bro. I told you I was gonna shoot that video, but like, yo, I got there. Chubbs, other niggas like, yo, nigga, like, why don't you shoot this video? And I can't, Nico, yo. I was like, man, damn, we already got our hoodies on and shit. Yo, why don't we just shoot the fucking video for the No Face thing? I got you next. I got you next time. I got you next time, brother. All right, that's my best Drake impression I could do. But like, I got you next time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pressa like, you got me? You got me? Fam, I got you, fam. Brother. Right? Album time, Iceman. Freeze the world. I try to be an asshole, bro. That's this mod. Right? Crody. Yo, Crow, don't worry, Crow. I got you. Drake's just using every slang term just to make the man them feel comfortable. Don't worry, Cronam. I wouldn't do that to you, fam. All right. Album comes out. Listen, it's better to hear it now until, you know, before like you see the track list, you're like, yo, national treasures. Men go to listen to it, and then they're like, yeah, something's missing. Right? You're welcome. We out here, bro. Now you don't have to have that expectation like, yo, you know, you're playing it in the car. Yo, I'm going to put you on. You know, sometimes they put the albums out, but they don't put the feature list on Spotify or whatever for the first week. So you might be like, yo, they don't put the features on the streaming platforms. They don't put the names of the features, stupid. Just play the song. You play the song, you get to the second verse, then Drake starts rapping again. You're going to look stupid in front of your friend. So at least you know now. Right? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man, salute the Pressa, though. I'll just say this. At least you got a song with Drake. You know how many niggas don't have a song with Drake, bro? Right? There's niggas who have songs with Drake or who never were able to get into the same studio with that nigga. You have a song, and it's not only you and Boogs and Smiley, even though Smiley has one that did come out, but you and Boogs that have unreleased Drake songs. I'm sure Lil Baby got like a pack of unreleased Drake songs. 2 Chainz, all these niggas, no unreleased songs. Okay, so don't even worry about that, fam. You're probably in a freaking hall of greatness with a whole bunch of niggas who don't got who have songs with Drake that didn't get to like really see the light of day. So don't even worry about it. At least he thinks that you have the talent level and the drive enough to say, you know what, I want to do a song with you. So take it that way. All right. Salute to Pressa.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.